Greetings all you maniacs of minds and crimes, welcome back to another Warframe weapon showcase. Today, yet another Zaw. My Hunter's Axe, my Plague Zaw that I have. No, it's not a Plague or Path. Shut up, meta heads. Anyway, this weapon is absolutely fantastic. Now, before I get into the builds, because I'll have multiple, I just want to say something that YouTube has been doing. Make sure that you subscribe to your favorite channels, because you could get unsubscribed for no reason. Yeah. Fun. Very, very cool. It hasn't happened to me. Not that I've noticed anything different, but whatever. It can happen. So here is the first build that I'm going to be using. Gas Viral, because this thing comes with innate viral on it, which is awesome. So, this thing is a crit status hybrid. Now, interesting thing about Condition Overload. It's going to be changed. Instead of 60% per status type, it's going to give 120% for up to 3 status types. So it's going to be outright way stronger. Also, there will be some range changes. Some range will be taken away just a little bit, and smaller weapons will have their range increased, which is cool. Anyway, Clashing Forest is like the best stance. It's so good. Anyway, why don't I have a Plague or Path? You're probably screaming at me because it's, you know, better than everything else in the game. Meta. Here's the thing. I didn't care enough. I wanted a stave, so I could use Clashing Forest and things like that. The stances for pole arms are trash. They are just awful. Anyway, let's show off this gas viral build. I'm going to do a viral corrosive, and then I'm going to do one that is pure viral. So you see this instant red crits. Now, once it slashes, this will do more damage. This is much better against, of course, like infested and corpus. Also, if I get viral procs, it's going to just destroy. But if you just do this down a hallway, this combo right here, at any normal level, yeah, they're going to get their fucking shit kicked in. Also, I could use Steel Charge. Let's do a finisher. Dead. That right there, multiple hits. I didn't kill them all, but I don't care. The gas viral build is good. It definitely is, but it's much more tuned to take down the corpus than high level Grineer or corrupted. So let's do the corrosive build. Now, the thing with the corrosive build, it's going to do way more damage to these guys because they have ferret armor. So it's going to do more damage, obviously. Use the element the enemy is weak to. Yeah, you see this. One more build after this, which is a pure viral build, just upping the innate viral damage. So is this weapon going to stay exactly the same once Condition Overload gets reworked? Probably. I don't really see myself putting any more Forma into this weapon. I already put 3. The reason I put 3 Forma into it is because I changed the polarity on the stance slot. Because I wanted to use Flailing Branch. That was a mistake. Flailing Branch is good. It has a combo that ends in a finisher. But Clashing Force is just so much better. Also, Clashing Force is a lot of fun. Anyway, let's go with the pure viral build. So, 351 viral. Now, also, after this, I'm going to showcase all 3 builds again. Maybe not the gas build, but I'll use this build with Steel Charge. I'll just switch to like Oberon or someone. So, obviously, if I had Weeping Wounds, this thing would be even more powerful than it already is. But I would have to replace something, and the only thing I'd be willing to give up is probably Pressure Point. Also, if I had Prime Pressure Point, of course it would do better. But, you know, I can't be bothered. I just cannot be bothered. So that one's going to bleed out. So, the corrosive build is better. Yep. The viral build has potential, but the thing is, corrosive build is so much more reliable. It's mostly just due to this thing not having a 70% status chance like the Grand Prime has. Anyway, what does this build look like if I say go to Oberon and then put on Steel Charge? All I really need to do is just do this. Where is Steel Charge? And there we go. Boom. Now how much does it go up? It goes up by a little bit. So 60% more melee damage. Of course, it's going to be a bit stronger here. But that status chance, if the status chance was higher, if this was not crit focused but pure status, it would probably do better. And obviously with Steel Charge, it's gonna be stronger. Also, I'm getting a lot more procs now. But I mean, if you have Weeping Wounds, then you can definitely make a weapon better than this. But honestly, who the hell has Weeping Wounds? It's not easy to get your hands on. I think it's like 60, 70, or 100 plat in the market, which is dumb. Probably not even gonna bleed out. Just gonna. I hate this fucking Simulacrum tile set. I wish I could change it, but I can't. If I could change it, it would just be like a much easier to work in room. Anyway, let's go back to the corrosive build, which I believe to be the best build. But I mean, your results may vary. It really will just depend on you. And also what level you're going against. Also what faction you're going against. So, get corrosive and slash and viral at the same time, yes. I really don't see me changing this thing once we get the rework for melee. DE's like, oh, you're going to have to change your melee weapons. Like, every single one of them is going to have to be, the build's got to be redone. I don't see it. I could just let that one bleed out. The bleeds were going for like 11,000 per tick, which is, you know, a lot. Also, one last thing. Let's just take Valkyr and go crazy. Why not? I'm not even going to use the Pox, because the Pox is going to not be as effective anymore after the rework of melee. So obviously with them slowing me faster, this is just... Yeah. You just do this down all the way at normal levels, everything fucking dies. Also, this thing has like 10, 15 meters of range, somewhere around there. It's really hard to gauge. I think it's around there. Anyway. With all that being said, is this like the strongest melee weapon you can build? I'm inclined to say it's definitely up there. It's not like... Oh shit. It's definitely not Grand Prime. But the Grand Prime has problems, namely range, and also it is the slowest thing. But it will outdamage this, which is not surprising because the Grand Prime is just dumb powerful. 70% status chance, 50% crit chance, 2.6% crit multi. That's insanity. And also like a 5-star Riven's disposition. Now, some people in the comments were like, okay, put more form into this thing now. Put prime pressure point and get a Riven. How about this? Fuck you. I'm not doing that. First off, I don't care about Rivens in this game. They are very pointless. I've said this time and time again. When do you need that much damage? When is it actually required? Oh, but we'd like to see big damage. Who cares? Now, I personally do see high-level enemies on a day-to-day basis because I do arbitrations quite often and go in them for at least 30-40 minutes, so I am seeing level 100 plus, but this weapon doesn't really care. The only thing that this build will not kill fast are certain demolists in Disruption, but it has to be like the really tanky demolists, which are the Corpus ones. For some reason, the Corpus demolists, like the robots, not the hyenas, the Bursas, those guys are tanky as fuck. But of course, that's where my Vacor hat comes in, and I just blow their brains out, and it's just great. Or I use my Akajura Prime. Also, yes, I do have Prime Tiger Cracker on the Akajura Prime now, not that it needs it. Anyway. Another issue this weapon has. If you didn't do Plague Star, tough luck. You can't get this head anywhere. You can't get the strike anywhere else. So it's built like this. Now, when Plague Star comes around, again, hopefully, soon, hopefully, I am going to make a Plague Path Rapier. I might make a crit, I might make it status and crit, or I might just go pure raw status. I think I'll try all three. My inkling is I'm probably just going to go pure crit because I love seeing red crits. This thing crits at red crits at like 1.52x crit multi. Now, if you also have gladiator mods, it's going to instantly red crit. Anyway, Blood Rush is also going to be getting nerfed slightly or adjusted. I don't want to say nerfed. But you also might be thinking, why weren't you getting so many slash procs? It didn't look like good. I was. The problem here, this is very balanced. It's not super skewed to one or the other. And also these numbers aren't really high enough. The corrosive is not higher than the slash. Take all these numbers and multiply them by 4 of the physical types. Anyway, if you don't have the Plague Path, if you don't, not Path, the Kiwar, the Plague Kiwar, a good alternative is this. So this is my big old hook. This is actually the first stave I made. It's the exact same thing. Lower status, of course, but not by a whole lot. It will do the exact same thing. Destroy everything. Anyway, that's the Hunter's Axe. I think it is the best stave in the game. I legitimately think that, well, of course, I could put another Forma into it and then put in Prime Pressure Point, and then it really would be more powerful. I don't know if I'm going to do that. Maybe I will. Maybe I won't. I could also, I'm not going to remove Condition Overload because that's what makes this weapon so powerful. That and Blood Rush. Anyway, this thing is great. This thing is absolutely great. It is quickly becoming one of my favorite melee weapons, like my go-to. I also have my Jack Khazar, which I love and cherish. I love it so much. And I think the Jack Khazar has a higher ceiling when it comes to enemy cap, simply because guaranteed slash procs. The Clashing Force doesn't guarantee any status. I'm not sure, actually. It might not. But anyway, at any sort of normal level, simply just doing this down a hallway, everything that gets hit, like, that's gonna pretty much kill everything at normal-ish levels with a good combo multi. And that combo right there, yeah, lots of range, and then that spin is just great. Multiple hits. In any case, Halloween, I might do another Dead Space 2 video just because it's Halloween. And it's the only scary game that I have that I'm going to play because I'm not a big horror game fan, but I love Dead Space. So, again, make sure that you are subscribed to your favorite channels because fucking hell, YouTube, fix your shit. Thank you guys so much for watching, and remember, in Troby, we trust.